Hey y'all, it's me Fletch, back at it again with yet another story time you guys should already know because I'm the baddest. What? The baddest trans bitch on YouTube, and that is of the period styling. First and foremost, y'all, hey bitch, I am back. I'm hoping you guys are loving my story time about the riot at the movie theater, y'all. I know it was very much so like not giving riot. It was giving more so uncontrolled kids doing the fucking most. But in my opinion, it definitely gave riot, girl, because we had them cops running themselves ragged, jumping over shit, chasing kids down, girl, getting cussed out. Girl, it was crazy, honey. So as you guys can see, I'm outside because you already know what outside gives. Outside always gives freaky ass story time, bitch. Well, sometimes it does. A lot of times it doesn't. But this time it does. So, y'all, I'm going to tell you guys about the time when I kicked this guy out my house, okay? Now, I was doing my little daily scroll on Plenty of Fish, minding my beeswax, whatever the case may be. You already know how it be, watching ridiculousness with my feet up with the damn cat. Y'all already know how things go with that. So, you know, I was just scrolling, you know, trying to see what type of guy I could fuck around with, trying to see what type of dude would want to get down with the get down, because the get down is always trying to get down, honey. I'm always in search for a new time bottom or a first time top. Like, I'm always interested in trying some new shit. So I ended up getting a cute little notification that somebody had swiped right on me. And for the sake of this story time, y'all, we're gonna call this boy Steve. So I ended up swiping back right on Steve. Well, swiping right on Steve. Hold on, y'all. This ambulance is gonna go do the most. To explain to y'all what Steve looked like, Steve was this dark-skinned guy, real like coarse hair, slender but like not too slender, kind of like a thick-ish but like not thick. He had like a basketball body build, but like not very much so basketball, kind of like a little bit of some baseball. Like, it's hard to explain, but like y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, if you look at all the boys that play in the NFL, they have a certain type of stature with them, and that's the type of stature that he had. Well, on them, sorry, that's the type of stature that he had, right? So, you know, on his profile it said that he was like 6'2", some shit like that, right? Girl, I'm like, okay, cute, cool, cunty, fishy, period. We kind of like started conversing back and forth, you know, kind of getting to know each other a little bit, feeling each other out, trying to see what all we're interested in. So, of course, you know me, I don't lead into a conversation asking about like what's your position in the bedroom, because I feel like it's very rude, because I would like to get to know who you are as a person first. So the first thing he'll ask me is, do you get head? Now, girl, like normally I would be inclined to answer that question like with no qualms at all. However, this time around, it was giving very much so like thirsty. Like, I was not vibing with that. I'm like, do you want to get to know me first before we like jump into that? Because I'm not a spontaneous bitch. I have to have a conversation with you, get comfortable with you, maybe go over your house and we like chit chat a little bit, you know, talk about a couple of things, you know, kind of like maneuver around the subject, maybe like cop a feel, whatever the case may be, and then we can lead into everything else. So if you're not giving me the opportunity to learn you as a person, I'm definitely not going to want to come and see you or do anything with you, because I'm not going to be interested. I don't care how fine you are. You have to have some sort of, what's the word? Substance, that's the word. And I don't mean no drugs either. So we started like talking about like, you know, our lives, things we've gone through, whatever the case may be, like kind of like trauma dumping, but not really, right? So I want to say fast forward just a little bit, around the time it was, I want to say it was cold. So I want to say it was around like the same time it is now, like September, October, but this is around like 2022, girl, just about 2022. So I also had the truck, y'all, but of course I was not letting anybody get into that damn car, because I wasn't trusting on any old soul, baby. I don't even know you like that, honey. If you wanted to come see me, you could pull up on me, boo-boo. I was not coming to come and get you. Like, that's just not happening. And it's like that now, too, girl. These niggas want somebody to pull up and do some shit with them, but you ain't got no wheels. Like, girl, I'm not finna come pull up on you. Pull up on you for what? Girl, you're not giving me no service, bitch. I'm doing the service. We were basically discussing what time would be great for us to have a link up. Now, around this time, I was kind of comfortable with him now, because he had given me a reason to be comfortable, y'all. I have my ring light, girl, and I have this, okay, girl, I can't even, let me show y'all. So this is what my ring light looks like right now. I had to put some duct tape on it to kind of like reattach it, y'all, excuse me, because I just belched. I had to reattach it with some duct tape, because like, girl, you know, this thing's all rickety and shit, and then like dry rotted because I left it outside, but girl, you gotta do what you can, honey, to keep these people happy. We ended up devising a plan to link up at the house, right? I wasn't doing shit but going to work and coming home, and I used to work overnight. So I didn't have a reason to be sitting up here like, you know, ducking and oh, ducking and dodging or trying to like find a way to force some plans to motion because I worked overnight and I was doing security for Clarion at this time too. I said, okay, if you can come over at 3 o'clock, that's fine. He was like, okay, well, I can come over around like 3 or 4 o'clock. I said, okay, great. So, push came to shove and the time rolled around for him to come by. So I went and got into the bathroom, girl, got my little self cute or whatever the case may be, got my little fresh face on, my cute little lip gloss, girl, because you already know what my lip gloss be doing. I put my little falsies on. I had drew my little eyebrows, girl. I had this cute little like t-shirt like ensemble thing going on, and move that or whatever the hell you are. Get out my face, bitch. Girl, I thought I saw something. I was like, bitch, hold up. I had this cute little shirt on. I can't remember exactly what shirt it was, but I had a cute little shirt on, and I had on some shorts. So they were like these little cute, like white little booty short things. Okay, so the shirt that I had on must have been okay, yeah, so I had on this little white crop top little sweater shirt that I got off of Shein, and I had on these little white, like, crochet booty shorts, girl, and they're really, really, really cute, honey, like, really cute. Had your like, ass cheeks hanging out, girl. They're nice to twerk in and stuff, honey. Like, baby, I'm telling you, honey, you could do a whole bunch of them cute little shorts, honey. So I'm looking real cute, girl. I did not have weave in my head at this time. I don't think so. Either I had my hair pressed out or I had my hair in my little afro. And at the time, y'all, my hair was like blonde. It was so cute and pretty the way I did it. It's like it was white patched on this side, like platinum on this side, and like golden blonde on this side, y'all. It was so pretty, y'all. And I put a picture in here, of course. I bought my own little Mary J. Yang, girl. You already know what it is. So I step on outside, honey. I get to smoking my little blunt or whatever, girl, because you never know what you never know what the day is going to hold for you. You never know what's going to happen. So you have to always expect the unexpected. So I get a little text up on Plenty Fish. I'm like, oh, girl, let me see who this is. Girl, might be one of my little other link-ups. Girl, he might want to come see me, girl. This is one boy I used to always link up with, and he will only hit me up on Plenty of Fish. Baby, when I tell you that man had the biggest, prettiest I've ever seen in my life, and the fattest, roundest I've ever seen in my life. Like, girl. Steve hit me up and was like, hey, I'm about to pull up. I said, okay, great, I'm already sitting outside. He pulls up in this cute little black car, girl. I'm not gonna tell you what kind of car, he pulled up in this cute little black car. So as he's getting out the car, girl, that man like rolls up, honey. He was very tall, but he wasn't like very tall, if that makes sense. But he was pretty tall. So he's walking on up, girl. He had this little black jacket on. He had on these gray sweatpants, and he had on some slides, girl. So he's walking up to me. I'm like, hey, what's up with you? Fran got this like hound face. Like, y'all know how the hounds look with the little droopy eyes? They look sad all the damn time. Like, he had like a droopy ass face. And like, y'all, that is so rude to say, but he literally, oh my gosh, it's a honey bird. He walks on up, hey, how are you? How you doing? I'm like, Fran, I'm doing good. How are you? Gives hugs, pats on the back. Girl, you know how they do. Hey, boo, what's see? So we sitting outside, girl, and then we get to rolling up each other blunt because I smoking me a second one. Plus he is, bitch. So we started facing blunts, girl. He's telling me about his personal life, whatever the case may be, girl. I am not giving a fuck about none of this shit he's talking about right now. I'm spicy. I'm in my mood. You already know what Ice Spice said, girl. And I'm ready to get things on and popping, honey. Fuck your personal life. I want to see what the fuck you got going on up under them pants. Girl, he's like, you ready to go in the house? I'm like, yeah, friend, I'm ready to go in the house. So we tiptoe on up in the house, girl. And as we're walking in the house, I tell him to go around the corner to go to my room, right? And the sweatpants that he had on, they were like these little like fabric, like really like loose fabric sweatpants. Like they're very like, I don't know how to explain them, girl, but they're like very like loose. And it's like they're loose but like tight, but not tight but loose. And you could see his print, girl, and he was also sagging. So you know me, I gotta close the door up, girl, so I can do my cute little spin around there and look and see what's going on, girl. So as I spin around and look and see what them little booty cheeks looking like, girl, friend is already looking at my cute little rumpa bumps, honey. I'm like, oh, friend, so this what you into, huh? He walks in my room, honey. I close the door, I lock it, girl, and I walk in the room behind him. So we sit on the bed, girl, we talking a little bit, chit chat, whatever the case may be. So then friend, he throws my shirt up, girl, and you already know I love a man that loves to suck on some nipples. So girlfriend got to maneuvering his tongue all around my areolas, bitch. He got to, oh girl, like it felt so amazing, y'all. Like that man knew how to suck on a nipple. Did I hear this? Hold on, y'all. I thought I heard rocket for a second. Maybe I did. I don't know. But anyways, though, back to the story time. So Y'all, he's sucking on my nipples, girl. And he goes to the other side, girl. But he's like slid his tongue from this side and slid it all the way around to this side, girl. And he like was licked it in a circle, girl, and started sucking on my nipple again, girl. Like, Fran was doing such a great fucking job. If my camera looks crooked, it's because it is. Like I said, y'all, this ring light has been homemade. I'm trying my best. Bitch, let me fix this. Because you pissing me off now. And he just like kissing down my chest, right? And of course, y'all know my boobs ain't that big, girl. So, you know, I have like a big ass space right here. So he gets to kissing on down my little chest and whatnot, girl. And he gets to licking down my happy trail, honey. And then he like grabbed my little friend, girl. And then he got to munching on my motherfucking smoked sausage, girl. My Circle B. I'm like, oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Because when we discussed what we like to do in the bedroom, he never said anything about that. So when he grabbed my friend and got to massaging her with his mouth, I said, oh, no, girl. That threw me so bad, because this man looked like the type of nigga that'll be like doing a stick up or some shit like that. Like, he looked like the type of nigga that be selling drugs and shit. Like, y'all, he looked like what they would call a real nigga. So a real hood nigga at that. So it's just like, friend got the whole like little twang and shit. He like, man, what's up with you? Like, his voice was deep and everything. Like, girl, you would be surprised what these men will do in the room with a transgender woman. I'm telling you. And it felt like I emphasized the man of woman. Baby, I am not Mariah Lynn, so not too much. So, girl, like, you know, he's doing his big one, girl. And surprisingly, Mans is eating my dick off the bone, y'all. And he's doing such a great job. Y'all. Like, you would think this man has done this multiple times before. But he telling me, oh, this is my first ever experience. I'm not used to this type of stuff. I'm like, girl, bye. Like, bitches always say what's new to them. Girl, this shit is not new to you. This is not new to you. Because if it was new to you, your ass wouldn't know how to suck a... Okay? Tell you, friend is literally like giving me the works. Like, it felt like I had my friend inside of like, girl, I don't know, like a whirlpool or something like that, girl. Like, it just felt amazing. Like, it felt like I was getting bathed down there, girl. Like, spit was everywhere, girl. He was sucking on my little cherries, girl. Like, you know, he popping both of them in his mouth and stuff. Like, baby, friend was handling me. So, you know, I'm not gonna let you do the most with me, because I mean, you're here for me to show out. You're not gonna show me up, honey, because now it's a competition. So, girl, I grabbed him by his little shoulders, girl. I pushed Fran back, and then that's when I got to handling him, girl. And Fran's dick was so big, y'all. Like, that thing was monstrous. Like, it was about like, if he's laying down, that thing's about like this big, y'all. No lie. And it was about like this thick. The only issue that I had, and I still have to this day, is it was uncircumcised. Girl, right? I'm like, oh. You know, I'm not a fan of uncircumcised dicks because a lot of people don't know how to clean them. The only person who's uncircumcised wee-wee that I will ever eat or get by is Kevin's. That's it. Anybody else, I'm not doing it. So, I get so down on my ones and twos, my threes and my fours, girl, and I get to like deep throwing his little friend or whatever the case may be, girl. You know, I'm handling him. He's having a good time, girl. He's grabbing my little hair, honey, like he's pushing my head down. And you know, me, like when I be high, it's like my mouth gets dry for a second, but then when I get turned on and I'm stiff and he's stiff too, and I can hear him like audibly moaning, telling me to suck this shit. Yeah, you like this shit. As long as you don't call me no bitch or nothing like that, we're good. We're cooking with grease, girl. The gears are turning, girl. We're good to go. So, he's shoving my head down. He's like, make this shit sloppy. So then, girl, I'm like, you ain't saying nothing but a word, girl. So it's like something happened in my mouth to where all of a sudden, like, my mouth just became extremely, like, moist, girl. So I started slobbing all down his shaft, girl. Like, I was working this man out, girl. Like, when I say, and girl, I keep punching my hands, but it's just like, girl, I'm trying to get you to... Like, you gotta feel it, bitch. You gotta feel it. Because, honey, I was working this man out so bad, y'all. This man's eyes were on the back of his head. And then, like, he was like, so do you eat ass? Girl, I was like a kid in a candy shop. Bitch, yes. Like, girl, why would you even ask me that? Absolutely. Hell yes, I do. He was like, so would you like to eat mine, honey? You don't have to ask me nothing. Just go ahead on and turn over and let me put in that work. So friend flipped on over, honey, and you already know what it gave. So child, he flipped over and he had like a cute little like muscle booty, but it was thick. He had like a thick muscle booty. So girl, I spread them cheeks, girl. You know what I did? Parted them cheeks like the Red Sea, and I got to munching on that booty meat, girl. So I'm licking on this little booty hole, girl. You already know how it goes, and I got, you know, I ain't got to get into all that, girl. It's going to take up all my time. But, honey, just know I'm eating this man like a Caesar salad, bitch, because you already know how I like to toss them, bitch. You already know how I like to toss them. Yeah. So he's living for the moment. Now, here is when I started to become a little thrown off. Now, as I'm, you know, munching on his mumps or whatever, and the folks that know why I'm using that terminology, y'all, he did not have a disease, okay? If you're new, you're not gonna understand. But if you're not new, bitch, you already know what I mean. So, girl, I'm munching on his little mumps or whatever, right, girl? And as I'm like, you know, eating, you know, his mumps up, girl, eating his little booty hole up, girl. Why is Fran moaning like a... Why are you sitting over there moaning like a whole lady? Like, what is that? Like, again, like, this man's voice is so deep, but this man is in here... I don't know if I'm turned on by this or turned off by this. Because why do you sound like that? Why do you sound like a horny frog? Like, I don't understand. Because you, as a man, you should not sound like no damn lady. Like, girl, what is the tea? I do not like coochie. So, like, what is going on with you, baby? Like, I don't get it. Fran is literally, like, moaning in this high-pitched, like, noise, y'all, and it was starting to like bother me. So I'm still like doing my big one, whatever the case may be, girl, because you know I'm working myself out, you know, while I'm working him out, while I'm, you know, girl, like an ice cream stick, girl. He's like, you like that shit, baby? I'm like, what is up with this octave change? Bitch, you came in here sound like a baritone and you moaning like a soprano. Girl, what the fuck? So, honey, we are going to get into some things in a second, but it's getting really dark outside, so I'm going to take you badass bitches in the house where I normally am, girl, and we finna finish telling this story time, honey. All right, y'all, so as you all see, we are in the HOUSE. So after a while, girl, you know, everything like went head on and like erupted. We had a great little time, girlfriend left his mark, whatever the case may be. Took my little sheets off, girl. Business is closed. Wash everything, blah, 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 blah. On to the next one, right? I had kept getting these little text messages from this person on this app called Tag, right? And y'all already know what Tag is. I don't necessarily have to break it down to y'all because y'all already know what Tag is. So I was constantly getting these messages from this guy asking to link up, let's hang out, let's link, let's link, let's link, let's link, let's link. And I'm just like, girl, like, if you see me not responding, what does that mean? Like, I don't understand why some guys can't take a hint. If somebody's not responding to you, that must mean that they're not interested. Now, granted, it's rude to not tell anybody that you're not interested, but if I can read the room, I know you can too. I was like, who is this person and why do they keep on texting me? So this guy ended up like, you know, telling me like, hey, you know, I want to link up with you. I want to see you. I'm like, okay, first of all, one, like, who are you? Like, I haven't even spoke to you. And that's because I haven't been replying to his text messages, right? So he said that, and we kind of had like a little kiki moment, like, yeah, you know, you got me on that one because I haven't been replying to your text messages. So we chatted it up a little bit, girl. And then Fred was like, okay, so when's the best time for me to come and see you? I was like, well, you can come and see me around like, you know, 10, 12 o'clock at night, going into like the early morning hours because that's when I'm available. So he was like, okay, cool, I'm down with that. So explain y'all what this guy looked like. This guy was like a dark-skinned guy, had like a low-cut fade, had on like a little red, like a bomber jacket. Well, we wouldn't say bomber, kind of like a Letterman jacket. He had on, well, bomber jacket, Letterman jacket, I think they're like the same thing, right, honey? I don't know. And he had on like these little white jeans. Okay, real cute, real handsome man, like very like pretty teeth, nice smile, very beautiful eyes, nice manicured eyebrows, very handsome man. So I'm like, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm kind of down to see him because he had been texting me for a long time and I've been kind of like curving him, but like not on purpose, but because I just wasn't interested. But you know what? He's actually a really nice person to talk to. So, you know, he was like, so what's your address? So I sent him my neighbor's address because, baby, you're not going to pull up on me and think you're going to have a shootout or some shit like that over here. And he was like, okay, cool. You're like 5 minutes away from me. I'm like, okay, well, great. So I'm sitting in the house, girl, and I'm watching TV, y'all. Around this time, I believe, what hairstyle did I have in my head? Because I think I had my real hair out, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, y'all. I had my hair, it was dyed black, and I had my hair pulled back in a ponytail because I had started wearing like silk presses lately because I want to start wearing my real hair more. So I had pressed my hair out for the first time, like real fresh, it's really like, movable, like, it's not stiff, it's not oiled up. So I put my hair in a cute little ponytail, girl, because you already know what it was going to give, you already know what was going to go down, girl, whatever the case may be. So like I always say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, girl. I had on this black bandage dress, it was black, and it had this little straps that said queen, and it kind of X's off in the back, y'all. I have a picture of it like right here. So I had that dress on, y'all, and I had my real hair pulled back in a little ponytail, girl, because I didn't want nobody touching my hair, because I hate when folks touch my hair. He's like, hey, I'm outside. I'm like, okay, cool, great, period. Mind y'all, he already knew about the situation up over here that he had to come in through my window, because I can't let you in through the front because people sleep in the front, and I can't let you in through the back because people sleep in the back. So you had to come around the corner and come around through my window, and he was fine with that, right? So, I done jumped on out my window, girl, because friend told me he's here. I done sprayed my little room down, put a little disinfectant spray up in the air, girl. I done got my cute little towel, girl, with my towel down on my bed, honey, because you already know what it was going to give. I'm always here to have a good time, girl, not a long one. Girl, I got my room set like my little perfumes and stuff. I done took me a cute little shower, got my little moisture creams on, put my little cute roll-on oils on, did my eyebrows. Well, I didn't do them, but I like arched them, whatever the case may be, girl. Made sure that my edges was laid down in my little ponytail, girl, just looking real cute. Put my mascara on, my little lip combo, looking really snazzy. Had my jewelry on, everything, right? So I just, climb out my little window, girl, and I'm walking on up, through the backyard, girl, and I walk around the corner and I open the fence, right? So as I'm walking through the fence, the dude is just sitting in the car looking stupid. So I'm looking at him like, are you gonna come in? Or like, what are you doing? I'm walking up to this man's car, and I looked at the guy and I'm like, I don't know if I'm tripping, but that doesn't look like the guy in the picture. So, I'm not the first one to like shout things out or like blurt them out or like blow people's spot up. So I was like, maybe I'm like, kind of delusional. Maybe like this is the person, but he just looks a little different because the pictures were old. Granted, time kind of make you look a little different. So you know what? I was like, I can work with this. I'm not mad at it. Fine, whatever. Opening up my little window, girl, move my little curtain back, girl. And then I said, do you want to go in first? Or do you want me to go in first? He was like, you can go in first. So I go in first, girl. And then like, I hate going in first sometimes because I be like, look at these dudes' ass, girl. But I went in first, girl, and then friend gets grabbing on my little booty and stuff, girl. I'm like, ugh. But I didn't care. So I come on in, girl, and then friend gets to climbing on in, and he is struggling, y'all. And I don't understand why boys be struggling to climb into a window. I don't understand that. So, he's climbing on in, girl. He done put his little piece down on the bed, girl, put it up under my pillow. And then, like, he got to get himself together. He's comfortable. He's sitting on the bed, right? I was watching 60 Days In on the television. So I'm watching 60 Days In a little bit. I done kind of came out the room, went and got me some more stuff, kind of like wash my hands, got my hair, make sure my hair looks right. I done brushed my teeth, make sure my breath smelling good, put a little Listerine in, chew me a piece of gum. I poured me a little cup of water because I was a little parched. So I got me some water, came back up in here, drink my little water, girl. I'm just watching TV, and the guy's just staring at me. And he's like watching me walk around the room. And I'm just looking like, this is so creepy. Like, girl, you can talk. And that's what I told him. I'm like, you can talk. Like, you don't have to sit here like stare. You don't have to whisper. Like, you can talk. Now we're getting to the point to where things are about to start popping off. So, I'm looking at this man. And I'm like, this man looks so familiar. Because not only am I now like understanding that you kind of catfished me, I'm understanding that you're somebody that I've met before, and I just can't put my finger on who you are. So, I get to like, doing the doggone thing, girl, doing the bob, whatever the case may be, right? I'm doing my little jig, my little juke and jive. And as I'm looking at his face, girl, it hit me. I said, girl, this is Steve. This is Steve. Now, Steve don't know that I know that this is Steve, but I remember this is Steve now at this point because I remember his face. He told me something or asked me something, and I was like, boy, you've been over here like 3 times, honey. You should already know how things go up over here. Like, this is not nothing brand new. And then he looked at me for a second like he was scared, and I'm looking at him like, boo, yes, like your cover's blown, honey. You thought you was smart. You're not. Sorry. Friend, wants me to, toss the salad, girl. So friend flips on over, honey. Tell me why this man's butthole is like the size of a spoon. I'm like, why is it so like big and swollen and like protruding and prolapsed or whatever's wrong with it. So I'm just like, oh my goodness, girl. But like, granted, I didn't mind it because, I mean, yeah, nothing was on there. Like, it wasn't no bumps or anything or no bruises or no weird smell. So I didn't mind it. But I just took note that his butthole looked like it had been like severely like damaged or used or abused, y'all. And I get to like, you know, tossing the salad. And again, like, as I'm tossing this little salad, girl, friend is like moaning like a girl, y'all, like with that high pitched, like Mort sounding voice, y'all. Y'all know Mort from Madagascar. Like he had like this Mort sounding moan, y'all. Like us, like I said, outside, like a horny turtle. Why do you sound like that? Like, what is going on with your vocal cords, girl? Like, I know you smoke a lot, but shouldn't your voice be raspy and deep? Not high and mighty. Like, I don't understand. You know, I started getting a little hype because he started, like, you know, throwing his booty back on my face, girl. And I love a good, like, you know, face fucking type of moment, girl. So I kind of spread his cheeks a little bit further, girl. But, like, not too hard, but I spread them out, right? So I stuck my tongue up in there, girl. And it's like, when I stuck my tongue in there, y'all, it felt like it was, like, extra layers of skin that was like snapping off and like tearing. Like, y'all know how vines look? Like when you pull vines off of like a wall or something like that, like, you know, you feel that snapping feeling, like when they be snapping off the little, you know what I'm talking about, right? I hope so. But it felt like it was skin that was like breaking and like snapping and detaching to make my tongue go up in there, right? So I'm like, oh my goodness. So then Fran flipped on over, girl, and he wanted to lay on his back because he got tired of laying up on his little kneecaps, girl, because of course, like, you know, you need to get sore, you know, your inner pelvis gets sore, whatever the case may be. So he flips on over, right? And then he throws his legs back up in the air. After, you know, I kind of gave him some more bob. So I get to like in his little booty hole out again. I'm not doing too much. I'm not like sucking on it, girl. I'm not biting on it. I'm not chewing on it. And I don't do that no way. Like, girl, ew. Like, who wants somebody to use their teeth? But, girl, like, you know, I'm doing my little thing, being real gentle, you know, like doing gentle, soft kisses, girl. And, y'all, this man's talking about some,
you're being too rough.
I'm like, how?
Well, you know, because, like, I'm used to this, but I'm not really used to it.
And I'm like, girl, wait a minute.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, yes, no, maybe.
I looked at him. I'm like, first of all, one, don't be a smart ass. I understand exactly what you're saying. Don't be smart. I was asking you because I wanted to understand what you meant by that, and if I could change it, then I'll change it. But don't be being a smart ass. I understand English very, very, very well.
No, I didn't mean it like that. Like, my bad. Like, I wasn't trying to say it like that. Like, my bad. I was just saying, like, you know, I wasn't even trying to say it like that. Like,
Friend, just be quiet and just enjoy the moment. And then he was like, oh, man, okay. So then he lays back, right, girl. And it was like, you know what? I'm not feeling this. Like, the vibes are not vibing. I'm not interested in anything you have going on at this point because now you're giving me an ick. And at this point, I need you to get out my shit, okay? So I said, friend, you know what? Go ahead on and put on your clothes. And then he was like, what? I said, go ahead on and put on your clothes. He was like, bro, I said I'd be quiet, bro. I said I'd be quiet. I said, I don't care about that. He said, I was saying I was sorry. I said, I'm sorry. I said, I don't care about that. It's the way you say things and it's the way that you don't say things. You're saying yes, no, maybe, like I'm incompetent, like I'm stupid. I understand what you're saying. He was like, bro, but I let it go and I laid back and I was quiet. I don't care. Put on your clothes. Man, bro, like, it's cool, bro. Like, man, whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, bro, it's cool. And then, mind you, like, he's in here trying to get loud with me while these folks in the living room sleeping. Like, he's trying to argue me down about how, oh, you know, he was quiet. He's gonna let me continue doing what I'm doing, but it was just his first time. And I'm thinking in my head, like, bitch, how was it your first fucking time when your hole is prolapsed? Like, how the fuck is it your first time? Your booty hole is swollen like a fucking tumor. Like, how the fuck is it your first time, bitch? And it's your first fucking time. Maybe your first time getting your ass ate, but it's your first time getting your ass played in. I know that for a fact because there's no reason why your anus looks like my lips when they're like this. I open up the window, I snatch the curtain back, and I'm standing right there, and I point outside the window. Cause girl, like, what you think this was? So he's like, man, bro, but you know what? It's all love. Cause I promise you, it's all love. And he tried to give me a hug.
I don't get a hug?
Not really.
Okay.
Man, bro, it's like that. I was like, yes. Have a good night. Fran ended up texting me up on text saying, oh, you know, you didn't have to block me and I apologize for what I said, blah, 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 y'all. And basically, like, I went off on him, like, basically letting him know, like, baby, I'm doing you a service by doing anything for you free of charge. Basically, y'all, after that day, I ended up blocking one of his accounts. And he contacted me on one of my other accounts and I blocked him on there after I said what I said, girl. And we have not spoken to each other ever since. So, you know, Steve, if you ever see this, you dug that grave on your own. It had nothing to do with me. You need to watch what you say to people and how you say things to people, because not a lot of people respect that being smart stuff and think that it's cute or sexy. Being smart is not sexy. And being smart, intellectually smart, is sexy. Being a smart ass, being sarcastic, that's not sexy. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I hope you guys enjoyed my other story time as well. And I will catch you badass bitches in my next one, of course. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys share this video with your friends, your dog, the spirits, whoever you want to share this with. And make sure you guys follow me on my socials. They'll be in the description box below. Let me say this again. My socials will be in the description box below. Please check the description box below, y'all. That's where you'll find all my socials, y'all. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye, bitches.